Tim Black. Tim Black. Tim Black.
All right, where we at?
Yes, I am.
Uh-huh.
True. Funny. Tim Black. I am TimBlack.com. Tim Black.
There we go. There we go. There we go. Give it up for that. Hey, what's up? What's up? Hey, Karen Mitchell. What's going on, Karen? How you doing? Hey, everybody. How you doing? My name is Tim Black. Welcome to the Tim Black at Night Show. This is No Sellouts. And here we are, No Sellouts. Oh, man. Oh, man. What's up, Carmen? Carmen. Hey. Yo, Carmen. What's up? Wow. Oh, man. How you guys feeling? Periscope, YouTube, Twitch, Periscope, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook. Yeah, Facebook, everybody. Everybody in the house. Everybody in the house. Right? I'm laughing I'm trying to tell you. It's hilarious. Oh, man. Can you guys, everybody hear me, man? Look, I don't want no problems, man. I don't want any problems. Let me see if Facebook's in the house. Facebook, I got my Facebook people. Jeffrey Hyde, Jonathan Melton, Scott Okada, hey, Karen Rice, Jamie Wagoner, Tammy, John Arthur. What's up, people? That's Facebook check-in. All right. Let's see if we got YouTube people on deck. We got some YouTube people in the house. We got William, walk up. My name is Love. I love that. My name is Love. That's what's up. Ginger's in the house. Google. Will Carson, low key. A. Mayers, Susan Mercuro, Will Carson, Silverwolf, Stephanie. Stephanie's doing, she got the wrench. Thank you, Stephanie, for having the wrench handy. I want to make sure our sound effects are upright. Hope you can hear the claps. I hope so. Looks like we should be able to. Let me get rid of this. We don't need this. We need this. All right. So my YouTube people in the house, my Twitter people in the house, Periscope's in the house. I can't see comments on Periscope. I don't have enough apps. I don't have enough devices, right? Periscope, what's up, Periscope? How y'all feeling? Look, so tonight what we're going to do is story ideas or topics, guys, put them in the chat. Let's get more interactive around here, man. That's what's up. Let's get more interactive. I think we even might start opening phone lines during the week more often. Not just on Fridays, but we're going to start opening them when I don't have guests more often. But the chat works, so hit me up in chat with story ideas, topics you want to bring up. I got a couple to get us started, though. I mean, I do have a couple to get us started because, hey, I can't just come empty-handed, right? Now, when I first started out, I was laughing because I was, I just started commenting on this WalkAway movement, right? Oh gosh, look! You guys know I'm an independent, right? And I literally did walk away. Okay, I did walk away. I literally did that. Okay. So I'm not here to say that it's impossible that there aren't people who are leaving the Democratic Party. I really do believe there are people who left the Democratic Party. I'm a people. I said I am a people, but I'm a special kind of people, right? I'm someone who actually lives this stuff, who reads it, consumes it, who interviews people and creates content for a living. This is what I do. This is not part-time for me. So I'm special as in I'm like always paying attention to politics. And see, so my decision to walk away had nothing to do with Kanye West or Donald Trump or anybody from Turning Point USA. And I still bring on Democratic candidates because I'm about people, not party. People, not party. Policy, not party, right? Right? Whoever the best person is for the job, whoever has your best interest at heart, who's ever going to fight for the people, and then hold them accountable, right? Hold their asses accountable, but you gotta be a part of the process. So look, so you know what I've been doing, right? But this kooky notion that there are all these people out there who are not watching MSNBC, not watching CNN, who are not consuming corporate media, right? Are not all of a sudden had this wake-up call. I don't think that's what's happened. So the people behind the WalkAway movement, I believe, are mostly bots and people with computer accounts. And you can get things going viral. If you got a couple of Facebook pages, if you have a couple of Facebook pages and they all promote the same videos, then you pay to advertise a few videos till you got a couple hundred views on it. Now it looks like, ooh, this must be interesting. And people click on it. It doesn't. What does that mean? What does it mean? Does that mean that when you go, does it mean, are they suggesting, and I think this is what Candace and Varney on Fox were suggesting, that if I go to Hyattsville, Maryland, if I go to Fort Washington, Maryland, lived there for a while, that if I go to Landover, Maryland, I go to Addison Road, if I go to Capitol Heights, Maryland, where it's 70, 80% black, lower middle income black folks, that they're going to be like, yeah, man, we joined the Republican Party. That's what I heard them say today. This is what I'm hearing. This is bullshit, folks. This is not true. It's not true. Look, the stigma surrounding the Republican Party is very thick. Just because Kanye said, Donald Trump, my man, I love Donald Trump, you ain't going to stop me from loving Donald Trump, does not mean. Yes, it made Candace Owens a known name. Yes. Shout out to Candace Owens. Shout out, Candace. I guess that meeting in the diner with the white guys that told you it was a good idea to throw black people under the bus, that worked out for you. You started a YouTube channel and you were embraced by Turning Point USA, who give you money. But that does not mean you could go to the hood and people are like, yeah, we all left the Democratic Party. First of all, a lot of the people in the hood don't even give a damn about politics because they never see it work for them, really. So that's crazy that you even, most people, most working people are pretty much tuned out to politics unless it affects them directly. They're more concerned with their bills, school, dodging popo, dealing with high gas prices, dealing with the freaking supermarket. Is it going to open or close? And they just closed the supermarket not too close to me, not too far from me. Just pissing a lot of people off. Like, we have regular people issues. They're not sitting around watching what Kanye West is saying or what some woman they don't know on the internet saying. Like, this is real life stuff. So the idea that there's this big movement and all these people are waking up and they're saying, forget the Democrats, I'm going to go be a Republican. Now, there are people who may be leaving the Democratic Party. I'm not denying that. But there were always more people in the Democratic Party than the Republican Party anyway. Right? Right? Like, the country's like 35% Democrat, 25% Republican, or something like that. Am I giving too much numbers to the Republicans? And then the rest are all independent and Greens and People's Independent Party or whatever, right? That's what people are. Libertarians and stuff. This notion that everybody's exiting and now going to join. First of all, Trump is not even considered Republican to a lot of people in their mind. He's like something different. He's Trump. But don't get it twisted. That doesn't mean people are lining up to go vote Republican. Doesn't mean they are Republicans. It just doesn't. So I was laughing because they're like selling this BS lie that there are all these, and particularly when they put Candace Owens up there to say, as a black woman, this is what's going on. What's happening online is people who want to make money online are realizing that it's very advantageous to be a Trump supporter, particularly if you're a black person. But it's good for all. It's good for Latinos. Oh, I bet you a Latino Trumper right now can make a lot of money on YouTube. It's a business decision. It's a business decision. But don't extrapolate that out to mean the whole world is just going, the whole country is just going, yeah. Because it's not true. You have no way to back that claim up. When I was out in the field last week, when I was at Silver Spring, I didn't see it. There was no counter protest to Ben Jealous's Democratic rally. There was not, like I'm talking to people in the streets. You know, look, if you think there's a real movement, if you want a movement, you got to do grassroots. Grassroots, not Twitter, not YouTube, not Facebook, but grassroots, like getting out. That's what Ocasio-Cortez did out there in the Bronx. You gotta get out in the streets. And look, I don't think the party of Mike Pence, because people always talk about Nancy Pelosi. I talk about her too. I'm a very harsh critic of Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer. In fact, I think you'll have a hard time finding people who are much more critical than I am of those two people, for instance. Of establishment Democrats, of the corporate-crats. Like, I don't think you're going to find many people more critical of them. The problem is I'm also critical of Republicans. But let me just say this before I'm going to check chat. Check this out, guys. The notion that there are people lined up going, ooh, I want to join the party of Mike Pence is crap. That's not true. There's nobody lined up going, ooh, I want to join the party of Ted Cruz and Benjamin Carson, as if these people are popular in any way, as if these people's views are the views of inner city people. Like, I don't know, man. I want to go to rural. I'm going to go where it's rural. I want to go to Alabama and see what the folks in Alabama are talking about. I got a feeling they're not going, yay, Cruz. Yay, Ted Cruz. I don't think they are. I think this is a manufactured. They're trying to. Trump is outspoken. He's the king of earned media, hands down. I did a very deep video about that today. I talked about it. I addressed it. He got like $5 billion worth of free media. Okay? $5 billion. $5 billion, not million, $5 million worth of free media. He's the king of earned media, hands down. Right? But that does not mean that people embrace the Republican Party. They do not embrace the Republican Party. I agree, people should not embrace any party in particular. I think people need to focus on policies and the people that they're choosing as their politicians and hold their feet to the fire and demand to get something for your vote that affects your life, that affects the lives of your neighbors, affects the lives of the people that live in your district. That's what I think needs to happen. But see, they're not on that. That's not what they're pushing. They're not pushing that. They say it, but then they want you to become a Republican. I'm tired of people saying, I got off the Democratic plantation, then they go jump on the Republican plantation. Come on, man. What? We're free. We're free. Okay, now we're over here. What's that? Why do you have to belong to anything? Well, I know why Candace Owens has to belong to something, because without it, she can't get a paycheck. And I know why a lot of those other, I'm not going to call you what I'm thinking to call you. I know what a lot of those other spoons, I know what a lot of those people are trying to do. They're trying to get paid. I respect it, for what it's worth. I understand economics. I get it. Everybody can't build an audience slowly to sustain themselves. They got to sell out. Like you can't wait 5 years to grow something, develop your own fan base, have ethics and stick to what you believe, and not be lured by other money, because you don't have time to build anything. Think about it. Come on, guys. These people that pop up who are getting funded by who knows what, how are they sustaining themselves? They haven't been here long enough to develop a true following. How did numbers get so big so quick? Are those numbers real? And who's paying them? Who's paying them? So, bottom line with me with the WalkAway, and I'm going to do a video about this later. It's going to be fun. It's going to be live. I'm going to take shots at them because the reality is it's a manufactured. This is a psyop. This is a psychological operation to make people think that there's this going on. And the Democrats are doing it too with the blue wave. The blue wave, the blue wave. What blue wave? We're the people that are going, oh, wow, I just got to be a Democrat. I don't think a lot of people are doing that. There are people who are concerned about certain issues. That ain't the same thing. You can't just say a person who's concerned about an issue automatically is going to join a political party. And the real talk, the real problem is grassroots is not, look, we need more grassroots activism. That's where it all is, man. You know how many people don't even vote? We have people that don't even vote. That's where all the hidden power really is. It's inspiring those people that do not go out and vote. That's where it's at, man. If you can go get those people, you can have a real movement. But you're not trying to go get those people. What you're trying to do is run a psyop on the people that are already here. And that doesn't make sense. That's not going to work. So I don't listen to the blue wave stuff. I don't listen to the WalkAway stuff. I listen to my heart. I listen to my viewers. I listen to the people in the streets. I listen to reality. And I'm telling you, ain't nobody jumping up and down to go join Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer, and no one's jumping up and down to go join Mike Pence, Ted Cruz, or Ben Carson. There are people with a gag reflex. There are reposts. There are people throwing up in their mouths right now just hearing me say that. They're like, who? What? Oh, I know you didn't say that. Don't say that, Tim. I'm eating my dinner. But if you listen to these people, they're trying to make you believe that's true. Come on, man. All right, Facebook, talk to me, man. What do you think about the WalkAway movement? All right, what's up? Roseanne Mortarama says, I like the Democratic Socialists and the Poor People's Party and, of course, the Green Party. I do, too. I like those. I like everything you just listed. I like everything. Now, I don't know the inner workings of any of those parties, really, because I'm not a part of them. But I'll bring their candidates on this show. I will definitely listen to what they have to say. I will explore their platforms because I'm not locked into a party. I believe in people, not party. We need a no-wave party. End the duopoly. Desi Burgess says, Ben Carson's still around. The reason why... yeah, he's still around. Look, Ben Carson. The reason why I brought up Ben Carson is that In Touch Candace Owens actually said something to the effect that, black people are really waking up to the Republicans, with people like Larry Elder. Larry Elder? He is mocked reflexively by large segments of the internet because every issue that ever crosses his desk, he blamed a black guy could get shot 15 times in the back and Larry Elder say, that's what he deserves. That's what he gets. Those numbers that you see of black people getting shot in the street, that's just a fabrication. It's not true. That's not what's happening. He says stupid shit. Like the numbers are wrong and your eyes deceive you. For Candace Owens to even bring up Larry Elder is totally shows she's a dishonest person. Then she mentioned Ben Carson as if people have a favorable view of Ben Carson. He got up on that stage and embarrassed himself. Ben Carson got up on the national stage and embarrassed himself. Then he took a job working for Trump where he's hurting poor people. And Candace Owens says black people are waking up, leaving the Democrats and joining the Republicans because of people like Ben Carson. Come on, man. What the hell? I mean, what the actual hell is she talking about? Ben Carson? You mean this guy? Look, either people, like, you can't have it both ways. You can't say that Trump has inspired people and all this crap, and he crapped on Ben Carson hard. He destroyed Ben Carson. He embarrassed Ben Carson. Then he used Ben Carson to show that he wasn't racist or something. Like, that's my friend, you know, that the type of stuff. But Ben Carson he's not liked. He's not liked. Anyway, YouTube, what's up, YouTube? What the? I think it's about to air. I don't know what that is. Alan Parker. Oh, Alan Parker, what's up, brother? I can't read that comment. Okay. All right. Some crazy comments in here. I can't read some of these. I'm trying to read them. Some of these comments I cannot read because they're all just... yeah, James. Okay, James Summers. James Summers says he assumes the WalkAway movement is about a study that millennials are leaving the DNC, but I have no idea, just guessing. Okay. Like, I'm not, like, I haven't looked at those numbers. I don't know if that's true. When I think millennials, I know it's like a decade, right? A 10-year gap, right? From like, what, 18 to 28? Is that what millennials are considered? Okay. I have millennials that live in my home. They're not Republicans. They both voted. Both of them voted for Bernie Sanders. Then voted for Joe Stein. Both of my millennials, I don't know, that's just anecdotal. That's just in my household. But I'm just saying, I mean, they didn't exit. So whenever someone has a study, we should look and see like what their subject size was, what demographic, where they get these people. Are they still doing polls the way they used to do them, where they call people? Do they have these young people's smartphones? Or are we only talking about millennials who use landlines? Because if we're talking about millennials that use landlines, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know where you find those people at. But yeah, I think you're right though. I think that's what they're saying. They're saying that there was a study that proves that millennials are leaving the DNC. I'm like, dude, if you're like 20, you haven't really been in the DNC. Like, how could you leave something you're not even really in yet? Like, if you're in your 20s, this is the way I see it. Now, me, I was a verified, bona fide Dem exit, right? Me. Over 40. Left. Voted Democrat before. Left. But I didn't go join the Republicans. That's called woke. Like, you realize these parties are corrupt. Now, I got to re-register to vote. You know what I'm saying? To vote, I have to re-register, depending on who I vote for. Right? All right. You too. No, James. No, I think you're right, James. I think you're right about that. In fact, dude, I have paperwork here. Now the WalkAway. Let me explain. My bad. This thing was supposedly so viral, but I got all of these people in YouTube who don't know about the WalkAway thing. See what I'm saying? How viral is it if I have people that are using the internet right now, who use the internet to watch this show and many other shows, who don't even know about it? But it's supposed to be this huge movement that all these people are doing, and I got people on here who don't even know about it. So anyway, the WalkAway movement was started by this guy. He was like a hairdresser. He did a video. It got a lot of views. Or somebody brought a lot of views. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe it got views. I don't know if it got views on its own or not. Okay. 5 million people on Facebook and YouTube have seen the video. A gay man who you just assume is about to scold you on progressive talking points instead says this: once upon a time I was a liberal. Well, to be honest, less than a year ago, I was still a liberal. I reject a system which allows an ambitious, misinformed, and dogmatic mob, to suppress free speech, create false narratives, and apathetically steamroll over the truth. Now, that right there is a bunch of ad hominems that don't mean anything specific. What does that even mean? I tend to agree with some of them, though. I'm not saying that he doesn't have a point about how some people behave. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that, man. The internet is a vile place sometimes, and people are jumping on each other for the slightest, the tiniest thing. So I'm not saying he's wrong that there are things going online that are disgusting, man. I'm not saying that at all, right? But let's not. I just don't like this idea that people pretend that Trump supporters are the cream of the crop, and they do some vile shit too. Like there's vile. What did Trump say? There's violence on both sides. There's violence on both sides. There are good people on both sides. There's violence on both sides. But this guy's talking as if he's going somewhere there isn't violence on both sides. He says, I reject hate. The idea that liberals, listen to what he's saying. The idea that he rejects hate, that's why he left the Democratic Party. That's why it's a psyop to me. This guy cannot be genuine. Because for him to suggest that there are not people on the right, come on, guys, are there people on the right who hate? I mean, yes. You shouldn't even have to think about that. Why? Because people are people. You're going to have haters. You're going to have lovers. You're going to have haters and humanitarians everywhere you go. The idea that there's only haters in the liberals, within liberal circles, is don't even make sense. There's haters in conservative circles. There's haters in libertarian circles. There has to be. Because it's not a thing that's unique to any group. Hatred is not unique to any particular religion or any particular skin color, or any particular nation of origin or orientation or gender. Like hate is like air. It just goes places. It's just there. You know what I mean? It's just there. Hate is just there. It's not specific, right? So his name is Brandon Straka. And they say he's the liberator and the new face of the silent minority of Americans who've been cast out by family and friends, fired from jobs, forced into silent social ghettos for their failure to get it about how hateful and dangerous Donald Trump is and why he and all his supporters should be subjected to an ever-expanding social and professional fatwa. No, man. I don't know how other people operate. And maybe I should pay more attention to this, right? But I know I do not. Okay, for instance, I have a Trump supporter that calls my show almost every Friday. You guys know if you listen to this show, right? We haven't argued not one time. We haven't argued. We haven't exchanged an angry word between us in over a year and a half. He believes what he believes. He thinks how he thinks. I believe what I believe. I think what I think. I know that I can't speak for everybody, right? I know that, right? But I don't demonize Trump supporters. Actually, I think I'm harder on Democrats, right? But I disagree with Trump supporters, especially the ones who try to tell me that all of a sudden Trump is a big champion for poor people. And all of a sudden, and that everything he does is a, high level genius move to help poor people. Like everything. Like, hey, that's 3D chess. He's doing 3D chess. Nah, he just did some selfish shit. He's just trolling the media and doing selfish shit and helping his friends and his businesses. Why come it can't be simple? Why can't it just be simple? Why all the mental gymnastics? But do I demonize the people who buy into it? No. I didn't demonize people who brought in Obama. I woke up to Obama like in 2014. That was a late wake up. I felt bad waking up then. But waking up to Obama and pushing back on Obama as a black person was a lot more difficult than you deciding you don't want to be a Democrat. White guy, a guy from California who does hair. Come on, man. Come on, guys. We're talking about the first black president. If I had the guts to push back on Obama, not even like this guy's not a public person. You mean to tell me this guy faced so much hostility from not being a liberal? First of all, who doesn't know? Like, who knows what you believe if you're just a person who works at a hair salon? Like, who the hell would know? Are you like putting out video? I don't know. Maybe he was. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense, guys. It doesn't make sense. I can come out and swing and punch at the first black president, and I'm not talking this shit. You know, of course, I got a lot of pushback. People said things to me about, why are you putting down Obama? Man, you a sellout, man. You know, but this guy is a lot more damaged by not being a Democrat. He's like, oh my God, I've suffered all of this from not being a Democrat. There are a lot of people who aren't Democrats, dude. Is that like, so that's why I'm telling you, to me, Facebook people, to me, it reeks of a psyop. It reeks of something manufactured to give off this idea that's not even true, man. You cannot tell me that this guy faced all that backlash. There are a lot of people who are Republicans. A lot of them. So many of them that Trump won an election. Come on, man. And they took the House and the Senate. But this guy's making it seem like being a Republican is a rare thing. Like, oh God, you're a Republican? Like, no, man, being a Green Party member might be a rare thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's rare. Being a Republican ain't rare. We've had a lot of Republican presidents. They own the House and Senate. They just took 1,000 seats in the last decade. And this guy's talking like being a Republican is some new shit. Like, it's like, oh, like, boom, 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 Republican. Oh my God. People freaking out. We got Republican in the House. Come on, man. Like, does that make sense? That's why I'm calling bull on this. I'm calling BS, man. I'm calling BS on this. Cut it out. It ain't about parties. It should be about people and policy. And you know I support free speech, but that doesn't mean I'm going to become a Republican because I support free speech. I also support not selling out to damn corporations. And Republicans do a lot of selling out to freaking corporations. See, really, here's the thing. Both parties are owned by corporations. So if you got a problem with that, like I do, you'll have a problem either way. I'm trying to understand how you don't have a problem both ways. How you don't have a problem both ways. Private prisons are a problem for me. Why do you think I go in on Debbie Wasserman Schultz? You think Ted Cruz is fighting against private prisons? You think Mike Pence? You think Trump? These people are not fighting against private prisons. So when I hear these folks, particularly black folks, who are like, Trump, I'm like, dude, the policies. Oh, he said something funny. Cool. Nice. I'm glad you like that. Policies. And so don't hit me with, well, the Democrats' private prisons. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not. I left. We agree. I agree with you that the Democrats, like Debbie Wasserman Schultz, support private prisons. Okay? All right? Kamala Harris. Why do you think I don't support her? Why do you think I call her out? Kamala Harris will probably be running in 2020. And if she is, I'll be calling her out. That's what I'll be doing. Now, these people who don't like the policies of a Kamala Harris, right? They do not like private prisons. Why are they becoming Republicans? See, it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. It don't fit. Let me get another YouTube and I'm going to come back to Facebook. Russians. Jilly Love says, every politician runs on change, but it never happens. I think locally there are politicians who, I don't want to say that. I don't believe that's true. I believe, of course, we talk about change. Nobody can run and say, I want to keep things the way they are. Vote for me. Then you just keep the person in that's already in, right? Why vote out the person that's in if you don't want things to change? So yeah, I get what you're saying, Jilly, but there are people who are trying to do things locally, like in districts all across this country, who have who I believe have very good intentions to get shit done. You know what I mean? Now, will they be successful? You can't guarantee success. You cannot guarantee success, but what you can promise is you will fight tooth and nail, and that you will not sell out, that you will not give up, and that you will not forget why you were there. Like that to me should be you know what I mean? Okay, so the people that support this show, I can't guarantee them that I'll be at 500,000 subscribers next month or next year. In fact, YouTube won't even let me go past 105. I've been at 105,000 subscribers for 6 months. So I can't guarantee you that I ever hit 170. But what I can guarantee you is that I will not forget the fact that I hate private prisons. Forget the fact that I want to protect the environment. Forget the fact that I think taking money out of the government and not funding public schools and putting it into charter schools is a great idea. I don't think it's a great idea. I'm not going to forget that tomorrow because I think that means I'll get to 170,000 subscribers. Maybe I don't need 170,000 subscribers. Maybe I just need to go on tour and meet all you guys, right? And put out a comedy DVD. And there's other stuff to do. All right, Facebook. He says, I should start a movement. He says, instead of bashing, he says, I'm bashing a movement towards Republicans. I'm calling out bullshit like I do all the time. That's what I do here. I call out bullshit. So when I call out, hold on a second. Let me get this name right, guys. His name is Jason. Jason, when I call out the Democrats, like I have several times during this during this show, you don't consider that bashing, do you? See, that's the problem. It's not bashing unless it's something you like. See what I'm saying? It's not bashing unless it's your thing. I just shitted all. I just called out Kamala Harris, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, and you were fine. Don't bash the Republican Party. Start something with the Independent Party. I just told you I'm not about parties. I'm about people and policy. I just told you that. I just said it like 7 times. And what do you say? You should stop bashing the Republican Party movement. Woo! Oh, my God. Hey, man, X, if I got you, look, if I misunderstood what you were trying to say, my bad. But I don't think I did, man. I don't think I misunderstood you. Uli's in the house. Sean Johnson says, yeah, go on tour. Okay. Jeff Pearson says, politicians offer change, loose change. Anybody got some? See, it's just love, man. No, man. I said I don't believe there's a blue wave. I don't believe there's a Republican wave. I believe people are tuning out on this crap. Dude, they've been talking about Russia for 2 years. For 2 years, they've been talking about Russia. And every other day, it's a movement about something, but it's not about the issues I feel. Like, if there was a march for jobs, Think about this. Where's the march for jobs? Where's the march for jobs? Do you know how many people would come out to a march for jobs? And don't just say, Tim, you should start a march for jobs. You should recognize I'm just one guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm just one guy. I'll participate. I'll participate in it. But what I'm saying is every other time, every other minute, people turn around. There's another thing people are outraged about, right? Sometimes it's warranted, sometimes it's not, right? But my thing is this. I believe that majority of Americans have tuned out, man. They lost track. They saw all this Russia shit going on. They said, you know, man, they don't even pay attention to this stuff anymore. They don't even pay attention to they're like, more Russia? Like, dude. So that's what I think. That's what I think, you know. Do I have numbers to back that up? I think it's cyclical. I could tell you before 2016, 2014 was a lull period in politics. People were tuning out in 2014. This is what happens. Obviously, that's what happened to the Democrats because they lost 1,000 seats, right? If they were saying that there was this exit from the Democratic Party, if they were saying that 5 years ago or 3 years ago, I would have brought it 3 years ago, because they lost 1,000 seats. They lost 1,000 seats. You could have said it then. They're saying it now to combat the blue wave, right? So that's why I say it's bullshit. That's the reason why. That's one reason. That's one reason why. But if they would have said it a few years ago under Obama, they'd have been dead on. But they didn't say it. They didn't have a reason to say it, did they? Think about that. That's what I'm getting to. We try to expose BS. That's what we do here. So anyway, let me go to some people on YouTube. Hey, look, everybody's got their own opinion. That's my opinion. You got your opinion, I got my opinion. You know what I mean? Everybody's entitled to their opinion. I just think it was more relevant under Obama when it was actually data that showed, yeah, they were losing a lot of seats. Okay. Oh, man, the blame game. Oh, man. Sidney Samsara says that the will of outrage is to hijack your focus. You know, but there are things to be outraged about. Don't get me wrong. There's things to be upset about. I don't think people have fake outrage. There are people who don't know what our country does. You know, they just don't know, man. Like, unless it's talked about, look, I did a video. Guys, you really have to check this out. I put out a video today. It was about our media and how it's no longer focusing on the issues. There was a study done by the Thailand report, I think it's the name of it, right? During 2016. They compared 2016 to 2012, and it showed the difference of how much media attention was on the issues. Okay, so there's this thing called issue reporting. That's where they report on issues, not personalities, not this person said this, not tweets, but issues, real issues like poverty, like climate change, like prison reform, like immigration, like real issues. In 2012, they said 3 hours and 30 minutes worth of media coverage during the election was focused on those issues. That's not a lot if you consider all of the time all the coverage time. But 3 hours and 30-something, 3 hours and 46 minutes, I think it was. That's how much time. Do you know the number in 2016, what that number was? 36 minutes. Only 36 minutes of 2016 coverage by the major cable news networks were actually focused on issues. That's why I say people have tuned out. How could you not focus on issues and people who are busy, who are not political junkies, right? How could they not tune out? You're not talking about anything they care about. You're not talking about anything that affects their lives. You're talking about personal matters. You're talking about what this person said, that person said, but not issues that affect the people. And what have I been saying? What I've been saying since 2015? What have a lot, not just me, but a lot of good people, a lot of well-intentioned people have said, we need to focus on the issues. We must focus on issues. But they haven't been doing that in cable media. So if you're a person who's busy, you come home, you cut on the TV, they're talking about some crap. You cut it off, man. You cut it off. Come on. I don't know how you don't. It's like they're asking you to cut them off. Or you tune out, and the information that you do gain if you do watch it, because some of us like a reality show. Some of us like to watch a train wreck. So I'm not saying everybody tunes out, but some of those people that do stay tuned in, I wonder how much they really know about, like, that will help them form an opinion regarding politics. They may know about these sordid details, right? But what's that got to do with policy? What does that have to do with elections? Nothing really. It's just about the sordid policy, the sordid talking, whatever. The innuendos, the rumors, the attacks, the smear. But it's not about anything real that impacts their life. So to me, it's really BS. That's how I see it. You know what I mean? All right. Nambi's in the house. Nambi says, I don't even watch the news anymore. I watch Tim Black. Thank you, Nambi. And you call up on Fridays. Most Fridays, you and Mystical Carter, my friends. They call up on the show. And that's the thing, guys. And look, just to put it, like, I have no problem with anybody calling the show, man. Call the show on Friday. You don't got to be, like, I don't care what party you are. You don't have to be a part of a party, and you could be a part of a party. I don't care. It's about issues here. And we talk about stuff that goes on. But this idea that somebody's ostracizing, I say don't consume any media that ostracizes anybody. I mean, I can't tell you what to do, but I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying what I think, you know what I mean? Because that's garbage. Like, people are not a party. People are not a label. You know what I mean? Anyway, Facebook. Jeffrey Hyde says, I will never watch any corporate media whatsoever. Jeffrey Hyde says he will never watch corporate media. I feel you, Jeff, man. I do, brother. I do. Sometimes I watch because I got to do research, right? I want to know what the Rachel Maddows are talking about, what the Joy Reids are talking about, what the Chris Cuomo. Hey, yo, is it just me? Or does it look like MSNBC is trying to replace Joy Reid with Chris Cuomo? Look, I want to make it clear, like, I have a problem with the majority of corporate media. It's not just Joy Reid. It's not just Rachel Maddow. Chris Cuomo, I don't watch him enough to know how good or whatever, but I'm assuming he's paid by the same people, right? How different can he really be? I mean, I'm serious, man. If you're paid by the same people, how different can you really be? I mean, when you go into a store to buy something, like say you go into a Whole Foods, do you really expect the employees to be radically different from one another as far as what if you ask them about the company? Like, are you going to find like this rogue Whole Foods salesperson is like, our food sucks. Go across the street, save money. This is bad too. This organic ain't organic. Like, do you really expect that? Or do you expect them to pretty much all be the same because what? They're all employed by the same people. I'm trying to figure out why people expect people to be different if they're all employed by the same people. Politics, I give room in politics because to be elected in some states or some districts, you have to run as either a Democrat or Republican to even have a shot in hell. What Tim Canova's doing in Florida right now, that's amazing. That is amazing. All right? Tim Canova's bucking the system. But he has no choice. He's like, they cheated me as a Democrat. Though I've been a Democrat my whole life, I have to leave the Democratic Party to get a fair run. That tells you everything you need to know about why I don't endorse any particular parties. Look what they did to Tim Canova. Look what they did to Tim Canova. Tim Canova didn't push an old lady down a flight of stairs. Tim Canova didn't steal a baby's lollipop out of his hand. Give me that lollipop, baby. You know, what did he do? Tim Canova had the guts and the audacity to run against an establishment Democrat. That's all he did. He did what any citizen of this country should be able to do, which is challenge the establishment. And look what they did to him. They cheated the guy. And instead of just admitting they cheated the guy and firing her or voting her out, they say, oh, well, she got rid of the ballots, but she didn't mean it. She didn't mean it. So now you got to sue her in court. And don't tell me that was done without the approval of Debbie Wasserman Schultz. I don't believe it. Debbie Wasserman Schultz is very powerful in Florida. I think that's the reason why suddenly the ballots disappeared when they're supposed to be kept 18 months or 2 years or whatever it is. They were kept half that and then lied to about the disposal. So, I mean, I got a lot of reasons why I feel the way I feel. But anyway, yeah. What I'm up here. I'm reading. Okay, so Freedom Fighter says, I don't know. I don't watch mainstream media. They could replace them all with sad cartoons, and I might watch again. Freedom Fighter said, make it cartoon. Maybe what's that? Pokemon, Pokemon mainstream. I don't know what that is. What is it? Get some animators in there. Let's do some CGI. Let's get some CGI going on. Then we'll watch it again. I'm trying to tell you guys. Mary Archie says that the mainstream media reports events, and then they give surface observation. Then they throw in speculation, but they do not go into depth in any topics. It's all surface level stuff, and do not rely. Damn. Okay, so I can't get the whole comment, but I basically get your point, Mari. Yeah. Yeah. One thing I like to do is bring people on the show and talk in depth. You can have a good conversation for about an hour. You can really get a real sense of who a person is. You can get to know their stances. You get to know if they take corporate money. You get to know why they got into politics, what their vision is, how they intend to accomplish their vision. That's... But and we have no commercial breaks. So even if they bring someone on for a half an hour, they got breaks, they got commercials, they got yada, yada. They're not really going in depth. The internet gives you the flexibility to do that. And I'm glad when we try to do it the right way here, There's always room for improvement, But I think that when you give people an opportunity to see a person and hear for themselves, they kind of make their own minds up. You can detect. You got a BS detector, right? I'm sure your BS detector is charged up and ready whenever you listen to somebody on the internet. You know what I mean? For some reason, that's not the way they operate. That's not how it operates in mainstream media. And we know the reason: money. It's because of the money, right? So yeah. Oh, God. Oh, wow. Wow. I can't talk about that. I won't talk about that. I see what you guys are talking about. I won't talk about it. I will not give that any air. You know, I will say this, though. I'm not going to talk about it. You guys are talking about that stuff. I won't talk about that stuff. And people are like, what are you talking about? Stuff that we're not going to talk about. But I saw the comments in the chat. I'm not getting into it. I'm not going to do it, y'all. Chris Newton says, how's Canova doing as an independent? Has he received the signatures to get on the ballot? Well, hell yeah. You know what? I want to say hell yeah. I really hope he has. You know what? Let's get Tim Canova back on the show. Let's bring Tim Canova back on the show, y'all. Let's do that. Let's bring Tim back on the show, man. There's a couple of folks in Florida. I was talking to Peter Hager, who's a good friend of Tim Canova's, and there's a couple of people in Florida he wants me to check out. So, you know, I wanted to talk about this taser incident. You know, man, have you guys seen the video of the police officer in Pennsylvania has a guy sitting on the curb and he's giving some orders, and then I guess he felt, for whatever reason, let me just tase this guy. You saw that? I don't know. I mean, man, we just need some new police guys and women. We just need new police, man. We just need new police. That's what it is. It's like you just need to go ahead and get new police. You're gonna have to do it. You have to go ahead and get yourself some new police. Now, I'm hoping I can find it here. That ain't it. That's from my video. Let me try this one. Four o'clock? Damn it. Hang there with me, guys. I'll find it. Damn it. Why I keep finding the wrong one? I can't find it, guys. I thought I had it. Maybe I don't.
Up. Me, as a black person who says, look, I have conservative-minded individuals pop up. Me, as a black person who says, look, I have conservative values. The many people that trailblazed before me, like Larry Elder, Condoleezza Rice, and Dr. Ben Carson, they didn't have social media in the way that we have it today, which allows us to springboard off of their ideas and make it okay to come out. The WalkAway hashtag was started by a gay hairdresser in New York City. So we're seeing so many people pop up, and as I said, this is just the beginning. I really do believe we are seeing the end of the Democratic Party as we know it.
I've got another one for you. On that same note, there's a poll out showing that millennials supported Democrats for Congress, slipping by 9 percentage points in the past couple of years. I mean, listen, it seems like there's a massive shift to the GOP, but more particularly away from Democrats, and it's centered amongst millennials. What do you make of that?
Well, just look at some of the facts here. Look at the priorities on the left. They've been highly focused on illegal immigrants, the 2,000 illegal immigrants that were separated from their families. And yet we see that there are millions of kids that are in foster care and millions of kids that have been separated by their parents that have been in prison. So it's about seeing really where their priorities lie. They're starting to wake up and understand that their interests.
All right, hold up right there. Hold up right there. Hold on. People, Okay, back in 2014, the way I found out about Obama and what he was doing was because people were contacting me about the deportation king. That was my wake up about Obama, because it wasn't talked about a lot on cable media, on cable news. That was my wake up call about what Obama was doing with deportations. He was deporting people at record numbers. And we're not just talking MS-13. We're talking about people who had been here 20 years with families. That's what was going on. And it's not just about, for me, it's not only about 2,000 people. It's about all the other people. But let me say this. You cannot say, oh, well, they don't care about people in jail, black people in jail, for instance. They're separated from their families. Neither do the Republican Party generally. So that's the problem. You can't say, well, they care about this, they're caring about these children, and what about this? You can't say that if you're on the right, because you support most of the private prisons. You support mass incarceration. Trump and Jeff Sessions are ramping back up the failed drug war. Sessions, who's appointed by Trump with his blessing, is going back to the three strike nonsense. Now, when Clinton was president, I didn't know anything about this stuff. I wasn't involved in politics. And you're damn right, I fault Clinton for his part in mass incarceration. I do. But that doesn't mean that we get Trump a pass. And so how could you have a segment about telling people how, there's this red wave and people are walking away? Well, what are they walking to? They're walking to a party that it may be silent on these immigration issue, or not about, it's not, does not support open borders. Okay, we get that. I don't support, I don't believe that you should just be able to go wherever the hell you want either. I don't believe that either. But I don't believe you need to break up families to do that. And I don't think you need to have that law. I think that law needed to be corrected in Congress 2 years ago. That's what I think, ever since the Flores ruling came out. That's what I believe once I became aware of it. But don't tell me, man, that would push people to a party that doesn't support ending mass incarceration. So to me, it's like you're trying to have it both ways. You're trying to say, screw the Democratic Party, cool, fine with me, I'm that one, so cool, do what you got to do. But then don't say become a Republican when your basis of your decision is rooted in the fact that they are not taking care of black folks and separating black folks from their kids by locking them up. If you're going to join a party that's doing just that, whose president and whose attorney general support that as well. I hope that makes sense. And I'm going to try to make that a clearer statement when I do my video. But just when she said that, it just hit me. It's like, what the hell is she talking about? What is she talking about? Jeff Sessions don't care about black people being separated from their families. So you're making a case to lead the Democrats, but you cannot make a case to become a Republican when their policies are the same. That's come on. I don't get it. Maybe somebody out there in the comment section will help me understand how that's a good point. What she's trying to make, how her point makes sense. Hey, Susan Frost, how you doing? Hey, Susan Frost. Yeah, this is a live stream, Susan. Yeah, I can't find that tased. I couldn't find the tased. But I did find that video. I can't find my tased video. If anybody has the video of the tasing that happened, let me know. So I didn't mean to confuse you, but I don't have that video. You watch shows, right, that have a lot of people, and sometimes they play the wrong clip. That's what happened. Wasn't on purpose. I just couldn't find the clip. I couldn't find a clip, man. Goodness gracious. This is a free channel. This guy, oh, this is hella confusing. I'm sorry, it's played the wrong clip, man. Played the wrong clip. My bad. Good. Woo! Goodness gracious. It's a tough crowd. What a tough crowd. It's a very tough crowd. You guys are tough. Hey, can't get no respect. Can't get no respect. Never get no respect. So YouTube, you get what I'm saying, YouTube? Man, don't tell me that, man. So basically, this is, and see, what you're going to find out is what a lot of people found out. That's why there are people who join the Green Party, the People's Independent Party, the Poor People's Party. That's why people do it. Because they start finding out stuff that turns their stomach, that makes their stomach just fall out their bodies, that disgust them. They start finding out things like that. And how people cherry pick what to say and what not to say. But then when you find out that they're withholding information. Like this, for all the complaining about immigration, this should not have happened. It should not have had the potential of happening because it should have been resolved in Congress. It should not even be something that we're discussing because it should have been handled. Obama should have corrected his shit. Obama deported a lot of people, y'all. And I know when people bring it up, it's like, what aboutism? Yeah, well, if people would have known about it while he was president, maybe more people would have called him out about it. And people did know about it. People let me know about it. I talked about it. And there were a lot of other people who talked about it. And a lot of other things too. The wars. All these things. All these things. So, oh man. I guess we know the new Republican inner strategy. Yeah, I know. Okay. So Ginger Biller says probably they want people to walk away so no one can vote for progressives in the party. Ginger Biller said that. I hear you, Ginger. Look, at the end of the day, right? If you do your grassroots activism the right way, none of this affects you. Even if someone goes on the internet, that's the thing. Even if someone on the internet gets misinformation or slanted information or a false narrative, even if they get it on corporate media, a false narrative or misinformation, right? Grassroots can help that situation. That's the only thing I believe, guys, is grassroots. People actually coming out, developing a rapport with you, talking to you, becoming a part of the community, coming back out. Not just one time, vote for me. Not that, vote for me. Not that Hillary Clinton stuff where you show up at the church and ask for votes. Not that. I'm talking about real work where you really show up and where you keep showing up and keep showing up. And people will listen. And then you can make your case. And then you can open minds and open ears. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the only way you deal with this garbage. That's the only way you deal with it. You put out the real information and you do it on a local level. That's what I think. But that's just my, guys, that's just my opinion, right? These are my thoughts. This is what I believe. This is what I think. These are my convictions. Some things are convictions. Some things are just what I believe, you know? Hey, Tony, is that a link to the video about the tasing? Tony? Damn, that's on Facebook. Did you guys want to talk about the tasing? What time is it? 10 o'clock? TC says, put some hot sauce in your purse as if you can identify with black people. What? What, hot sauce didn't do it? What, hot sauce wasn't enough? You know, I don't even think I identify with a city that I don't live in or a state I don't live in just because I eat the food. Like, who does that, man? I went to Portland. I ate a veggie burger. They got a lot of veggie stuff in Portland. It was a great atmosphere in Portland, man. But that didn't mean I all of a sudden knew what it was like to live in Portland, because I went to Portland and ate their food. I did a comedy show there. It was great. I had a ball. I met some great people. But I would have to immerse myself in what the people of Portland deal with, and what their issues are. What are the concerns to the citizens? I couldn't just put like a veggie burger in my backpack and say, I now relate to you. And isn't that condescending as hell to do that? You know what I'm saying? It just is, man. I wouldn't do it. It takes some like audacity, like some arrogance to feel that you can just show up and be like, hey, I like hot sauce. Or hey, I like tacos. Man, hey, I like egg rolls. Hey, I like matzo balls. Like, you got to really get to know people. You got to know what's going on with them. You got to spend time. Get your hands dirty. You got to roll your sleeves up. You got to get involved. You got to visit more than once. You got to visit 4-5 times. You got to be there so often that you start recognizing people. I mean, that's how I feel, y'all. That's what I think, man. I mean, I could be wrong, man, but that's what I think. That's how I see it. That's what I think. Tony Lindsay says that party affiliation is the problem. We need more independent thinkers. Vote your interests, not your loyalties. I'll give you that. Yeah, I'll give you that. And I do believe there's room for us to support one another. That everything does not have to be about yourself, but you should have your issues addressed. And you should fight for that. You know what I'm saying? You should fight for your issues to be addressed, but everything doesn't, like, you can't just be about only your issues, but you should be about your issues. And I know that's difficult, right? Because you know what's going on. You know, people saying like black people shouldn't support undocumented, citizens or undocumented people or undocumented immigrants because, well, where's our support? Why aren't people supporting black folks on these issues? Police reform, drug addiction, 3-strike law, all these things, over-policing, police state, all these things that black people bring up as a community, the banking laws. I mean, we got a hose during. It's not just about cops. It's not just about jails. It's also about, like, how we were preyed upon by these predatory lenders. And a lot of black folks still haven't bounced back from that. A lot of us haven't bounced back from that. So they say, why should we care about this if no one cares about this with us? We need to focus on our own issues. Well, I just think I need to talk more about those issues, but I think that there's room to do both, and we got to be pushing. And we got to vote in people who will take on our issues. That's all. That's what I think. I think we can do both. I think we can fight for everything that we believe in. Everything. That's what I believe. You shouldn't just have to say, okay, there's not enough, so we're going to throw these people under the bus. I don't think that's right. I don't feel good about that. I don't feel like that's a necessity. We're a minority. We need to team up with other people, and we need to work together to solve problems. You can't just be like, oh, well, this is our issues, and forget everybody else. We're just going to focus on our own issues. And then what? How's that going to get solved? Do you have enough people and do you have enough resources to get your problems addressed by yourself? I don't think we do, or we would have done it. Look, I don't think we do, or we would have done it. That's what I'm saying. So it doesn't even make sense from like a feasibility point of view. Forget morality. From a feasibility point of view, to me, that doesn't make sense. Because if that was the case, it would already be done. We need more people. We need more people. That's what I believe, man. I believe we need more people. My sound effects weren't working. No, Alexis, I didn't know that. Damn it. Alexis, did you just fix my board, Alexis? Alexis, did you fix my board? It was working. The volume was just low. Is it working now? Let me try again, y'all. I need to know these things. Bruce.
I didn't know I couldn't do that.
It's just a low volume. Hey, hey. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Brian Crosby. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, Alexis Anderson. Just a little louder. Plemic said it's just a little louder. Just a little louder. Just a little bit. Now we be jamming. Thank you, Susan Frost. Uli said, sounds good here. Okay.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
All right, guys. I want to thank you all for being here tonight. I'm sorry about the taser video. I will do a video about the taser video, about the incident that occurred in Pennsylvania where a police officer tased a man who I didn't think needed to be tased. Didn't seem like he needed to be tased at all. So here we go again, right? But at least it's not death. You know, and I'm sure that the young man is thinking the same thing. At least it didn't kill me. And I'm thinking the same thing. At least it didn't kill him, right? So as much as it bothers me to have to talk about those issues, when there's a fatality, I feel obligated to, because there was a fatality, particularly if it was avoidable. And I feel like the police officer could have de-escalated the situation. So we'll get to it. We're going to get to these stories. I want to thank you all for coming out tonight, man. I appreciate it. Because you misspelled the other one. I love you. You missed the other one. Oh, you did one before? Hey. Hey, Mayors. Hey, Mayors, thank you for your super chat donation. I appreciate it. And you're right. I was wondering, but I didn't see anything. So I guess if I scroll down. Oh, I see the other one. You should have Canova and Mejia. Anyone else who ran D, then ran as something else, is a panel. You know what? That's a good idea. And they could talk about why they switched and hear their individual stories, you know? Now, logistics is sometimes difficult to arrange. I've had multiple people on the show, but they're usually from the same camp. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not opposed to the idea. In fact, I like the idea of mixing things up, doing something different, where you can have notable people that others are interested in hearing from at the same time. Sounds like a great idea, right? I like that idea. I like that idea, guys. You know what? Please keep the good ideas coming, people. Please send good ideas. If you notice in my new videos, I'm standing up. I'm no longer at this desk. It's not only better for presentation. I like showing that I'm fun live. If you ever seen Tim Black do a live show, hopefully you had a good time. I was told I was pretty good at that, and people enjoy it when we do live stuff. I'm always standing up when I do stand-up comedy. I'm standing up. Get it? So, I prefer that. And it's better for my health instead of sitting, I got to sit down and do my research. But then when I shoot my videos, at least I get to stand up and move. It's just better, man. I enjoy it. So I hope that you guys check out my new stuff. As always, this show is brought to you by TBTV and Just Inform. JustInform.com is a social media site that you should join because we don't track you and we don't invade your privacy and we don't sell your data. We do none of that. It's a site owned and operated not by dark money, not by some evil people that are trying to steal stuff. It's by Nico House, Tim Black, and Suzanne. Three people who you've known for 3, 4, 5 years. We just needed a place where we would not be censored. We just needed a place so that people could come and become a part of it. And also, I'm going to be building out TBTV Media, and I'm going to be bringing people I'm going to start my own organization. Nico House has Mikasa Sukasa Network, the MCSC Network. I'm going to be building out Tim Black Media, Tim Black TV Media, or TB TV Media, and I'm going to be bringing people on, and I'm going to be helping people get their, I want people to be able to pursue their dreams in media. And you're saying, okay, no one's giving me a shot, I'll give you a shot. And I'll give you journalistic credentials so that you can go to these sites and show your name and say, hey, I work for TBTV, and you can check my website, check the website, and see my credentials. And this is what I want to do. And this has been a dream of mine, a goal of mine for quite a long time, to build this out. Some of you people who watch the show, been around for a while, you may have remembered me saying that I wanted to do this. Well, I do want to do it. And we are going to do it. I'm going to do that. So that's it, folks. What else? I see you tomorrow. I got more content coming on the way. So please, if you enjoy this content, if you enjoy this conversation, become a Patreon of the show. Patreon.com, Tim's Take Live. Pick up our shirt of the week. It's this one. This is a shirt of the week. It's Tim Black's Wolfpack, right? It's what built this show. It's the official Tim Black Wolfpack shirt. All my Tim Black Wolfpack members out there, all my Team Black members out there, thank you guys for being here. I love you. I'll see you on the next one. And look, I'm not about blue waves or red waves or walkaways. I'm about the people coming together to make this country better for all of us to live here, for our children, for our neighbors, for the world. That's what I'm about. I hope you know that. But I call out BS when I see it, and we're going to keep doing it that way because that's what we do. All right, guys. Peace. And like I always say, don't let nobody take your cornbread. I'm out.
Tim Black. Tim Black.
Shout out to my moderators.
Tim Black.
Shout out to my moderators. Shout out to my people in my chat rooms. Roseanne Mortarama, Susan Frost, Uli, Chris Newton, March Akey, Bruce Lignell, TC, Tony Lindsay, James Mandalore, A. Mars for her super chat donation. Thank you so much, A. Mars. The whole crew, Jilly Love, Susan Mercurio, A. Dingo ate my baby. Laid back manna. Nambi. And I love funny screen names, man. I love funny screen names and meaningful screen names, man. And Dan Howe. What's up, Dan? Ginger Bill and the whole crew, everybody in the house, Stephanie Chateau, my man Momo Pineno, TJ in the house, and everybody who supports Team Black. I'm out.
Tim Black. Tim Black. Tim Black. Yes, I am.
Have not been for us in a long time, and yet they've been insisting on using our identity.
Tim Black. I am TimBlack.com. Tim Black.
You really like that content. You're like, wow, that's cool stuff. I could watch more of that Tim Black stuff. All right, check this out. Go to patreon.com, Tim's Take Live. That's where you become a member of Team Black. That's Tim Black's team. aka Tim Black's Wolfpack. Do it today. Support independent media. And here goes the next clip.